Good evening, friends. We are back again with one more session on Learn Polity through MCQ. This is the 10th part, and today we are going to cover the rest important sections in the Union Parliament. Moving towards the first question, guys, we have which article of the Constitution of India defines the money bill? So, guys, definition of the money bill lies in Article 110. Remember, Article 110 talks about the definition of money bill. Moving towards the next question, we have who decides whether a bill is a money bill or not. So remember, guys, it is the exclusive power of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha to decide whether a bill is a money bill or not. Okay, moving towards the next section, guys, we have here the decision of the Speaker regarding the money bill is advisory, no. Subject to judicial review, no. Final, yes. Okay, so whatever decision the Speaker of the Lok Sabha takes regarding the money bill, it is final. Okay, subject to President's approval? No. Okay, so the final authority lies in the hands of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha in terms of money bill. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have here a money bill can be introduced only in. So, guys, remember a money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. So, this is the exclusive power of the Lok Sabha to introduce the money bill. Okay, remember that the money bill can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have here who can introduce money bill in the parliament. So, guys, remember money bill cannot be introduced by any member of the parliament, cannot be introduced by a private member, cannot be introduced by the speaker. However, it can be introduced by the minister only. Okay, so it can be introduced by any member of parliament who is actually holding a minister, who is actually a minister. Okay, so remember that. What is the maximum time for which Rajya Sabha can detain a money bill? So remember, guys, Rajya Sabha, once it is passed in Lok Sabha, it moves to Rajya Sabha. However, Rajya Sabha has very limited power in terms of money bill. So, they can maximum detain the money bill for a period of 14 days. Okay, remember that. They can maximum detain the money bill for a period of 14 days. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have here, if the Rajya Sabha does not return money bill within 14 days, it is deemed to be passed by the parliament. So, if we will consider it as being passed. If they do not return it within the span of 14 days, it will be deemed to be passed by the parliament. Remember that. So the correct option is option C. A joint sitting of the parliament is held to resolve deadlock in case of. So, guys, remember, a joint sitting of the parliament is done in case of a deadlock of ordinary bill. Okay. In case of an ordinary bill, the joint sitting can be called. Moving towards the next question, guys, which article provides for a joint sitting in the parliament? So, guys, remember the joint sitting of the parliament is mentioned under Article 108 of the Indian Constitution that talks about the joint sitting in which both the houses of parliament sit together, and it is being presided over by the Speaker of Lok Sabha and not the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have here who presides over the joint sitting of the parliament. I just told you that it is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha who presides over the joint sitting of the parliament. Moving towards the next question, we have here, guys, a no confidence motion can only be introduced in. So, guys, it is not introduced in Rajya Sabha either house. It is only be introduced in Lok Sabha. So remember, it is introduced only in Lok Sabha, a no confidence motion in order to remove the ruling government. The minimum number of members required to move a no confidence motion is not 25, not 100, not 30, guys, it is 50. So minimum 50 numbers of members are required to initiate the no confidence motion in the Lok Sabha. Remember that. Okay. So the correct option will be option seat. Moving towards the next slide, guys, we have here who recognizes the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. So, guys, this is recognized by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is the one who recognizes the leader of the opposition. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have here for recognition as a leader of opposition, a party must have at least how many, what percent of seat, okay, in the respective houses. So, guys, at least 10% of the seat of the total strength they must have. So, in case of Lok Sabha, out of 550, they must have 55. Out of 550, they must have 55 seats, and in case of Rajya Sabha, they must have 25 seats in order to be recognized as the speaker, as the leader of the opposition. Okay, so the correct option will be 10% of the total strength. Moving towards the next slide, we have here which bill requires prior recommendation of the president before introduction. Okay, so guys, remember, in case of a money bill, the prior recommendation of the president is required. Okay, in case of a money bill, the prior recommendation of the president is required. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have question hour in parliament refers to. So remember, guys, question hour is the very first hour of the sitting devoted to the question to the ministers. Okay, the question hour is the very first hour of the parliament devoted to the questions to the ministers. Okay, so this is a very first hour. The parliament starts at 11 a.m. So from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, this is termed as the question hour. Okay. Moving towards the next slide, we have 0 hour in parliament is mentioned under Article 118, mentioned under Article 105, mentioned under rules of procedure, not mentioned in the constitution. So remember, guys, these are parliamentary. These have no mention in the constitution of India. Okay. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have joint sitting of the parliament is not applicable to. Remember, guys, joint sitting of the parliament is not applicable to constitutional amendment bills and money bills. In case of constitutional amendment bill and money bill, joint sitting is not applicable. Remember that. Moving towards the next slide, parliamentary privileges of the members of the parliament are provided under. So remember, guys, parliamentary privileges are provided under Article 105 of the Indian Constitution. Remember, it is 105 of the Indian Constitution that talks about the parliamentary privileges. Moving towards the last question of the day, guys, we have here which bill requires a special majority in the parliament. Okay, so guys, special majority is 2/3 majority in the parliament. Okay, that is required in case of constitutional amendment bills. Okay, constitutional amendment bills. So guys, this was all for today. This was the 10th part. We will be coming up with more such parts. Till then, stay connected with Edufy.